All right. What is up, YouTube? It's a bit of an impromptu live. I know I just gave probably a couple of hours notice, so I appreciate every one of you showing up. It's going to be a quick one. I don't think I'm going to top more than a half hour. Literally, we're just going to do an unboxing. I know you guys have Labor Day plans and all that, so we're going to keep it short. But before we continue, I actually have two guests that I want to bring on. First up, I'll bring on one of my fellow Comic Kingpin members, Marvel.
What's up?
Appreciate you joining. You're definitely an integral part of this unboxing, and we'll get into that later on. And my second guest, first time on my channel, Nemesis Prime.
Heyo. Dude, you have the best intro as long as it doesn't get copyrighted, you have the best intro.
You know what? I'll worry about that once I get monetized. Right now, I'm just at that 150 subs, so I'm very much a peon on YouTube, so I don't think I'm gonna get flagged. So
All right. Well, Black Crown has it, but then I just saw yours and I love yours better, so all good.
okay, awesome. Third show in, and I already got your nod of approval. And listen, Justin, I know that you had your own little Labor Day plans going on, so I appreciate you also taking some time out to kind of join me on the panel. So very much appreciated.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, chat. Just so you know, he pulled me away from my pool. Like, it's beautiful here in New Jersey. So
yeah, listen, it's pretty balmy here too. So trust me, you can't really see it, but yeah, I'm kind of sweating a bit. But yeah, honestly, both of you guys, appreciate you guys coming on live. And listen, let's not waste any time and let's acknowledge the people in the chat. So I don't know how he does it. He always seems to be first in my live stream. So Michael Baker, thank you for showing up, finishing up fantasy football draft. Well, perfect. Appreciate it, Michael. Steve from Hip Hops and Me from Team Nerder. I gotta mess that up. Appreciate you, buddy, for joining. Definitely to check them out on Mondays. Uncanny Swag from Spine Takes. Saw him on the show yesterday night. Definitely tune in to Spine Takes at 11 p.m. Eastern on Saturdays. Always a good time. Speaking of which, we got Sith Lordly also in Spine Takes. So definitely both of you, appreciate you guys joining in. And then Ragin Cajun, just saw his stream literally like an hour ago. He had J2 on. An old face that I haven't talked to in a while. So definitely good to see him and Ragin on at the same time, and appreciate you joining in on this unboxing. And then we also have Actual Dracula. Met him at Fan Expo. Thank you for hopping in, brother. And I think, oh, you brought this guy up, Blackron Comics. Actually, listen, Justin, since he's on right now, I don't know how. I know he has some family plans, so I wanted to ask you this while he's on. He told me to ask you this on live.
Ooh.
What's the deal? Something about you robbing some middle school kid or something? What I have no context of the story. He told me to ask you this.
Shut up. Seriously? So no, it's not. You got the picture of all the video games.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I bought them all off some kid. So, once
okay, that's
once I told you guys, or those guys asked me, like what I paid, they assumed that I robbed this kid with this video game collection that's over here. This giant Rubbermaid right here of all these video games that I bought today at a flea market. So,
dude, you had a whack ton of games in that picture. I actually didn't even bother looking through every single one, but yeah, it looked like you had like a card, like a whole box full of cartridges. It seemed like.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Gomez, another fellow hunter. Appreciate you hopping on. Let's see, I think we have everyone in the chat. Everyone's saying hello. All right, cool. I think that's it. If there's anyone new coming on, AOA, appreciate you joining on. Another one of my wrench members. I got to give out more wrenches, but I'm still getting used to that process. So thank you for joining, and I'll highlight more people as they come on the stream. But yeah, listen, let's go right into it. So I'm just gonna give a bit of a background. I contacted this dude through Facebook Marketplace. He had a lot for sale. The guy lived about like 3.5 hours from my location. That sounds crazy to someone driving 3.5 hours, but if you know me, I'm no stranger to actually doing long distance drives. I kind of enjoy it, to be honest. Being in the city, I do like the open road drive, and I kind of just made a day out of it. Just I did listen to Comic-Con podcast. Another plug right there. Definitely tune into them. They always drop a new episode every Friday. Always a fun. It actually made the drive very relaxing. I gotta say, Justin. Like
Thank you.
my road rage kind of went down after listening to you and Manimal's voice in my car. So yeah, it definitely helped.
Nice.
He bribed them with nudity. Okay. Listen. Kids will be kids. So,
Hey, listen. The kid got him money today. I bought a ton of games from him that some of them won't sell. So I literally gave him hundreds of dollars. So he should be happy.
And then in 15 years, when he's our age now, and he realizes, oh, I remember I sold that one guy the entire Rubbermaid. God damn it.
That's gonna be his supervillain origin story. It's like his genesis is gonna be that dude that basically robbed me of my games. That's gonna be his little his origin. All right, so listen. So I contacted the dude. I drove in. I left Saturday morning. Went to go meet the guy, and he's actually about 30 minutes from actually Marvel. I mentioned that Marvel kind of plays into this. So actually, before I get into the box that I bought from him, I did a bit of, because I'm already in the vicinity, I did a bit of hunting, and actually Marvel actually even gave me some AOK. So I'm actually gonna start with the AOKs that Marvel. And honestly, dude, I'm still not, even though I've been in this community for a couple of years, I'm still not used to accepting AOKs from people. I honestly sometimes, like, even when I try to reciprocate, it's always like these people, damn, they're always one-upping me. So it's hard to keep up with some of these AOKs that I'm getting. But dude, I'm gonna just rifle through these. I know that I like my TMNT. Actually, let me just put myself on the. Yeah. So most of these I already have, but I have no issue of getting doubles of some Eastman. TMNT covers the annual.
I really got to get into reading that series.
I know Zach, Zach, I know has been high on the TMNT. I've heard him, and look, I echo what he's saying. It's not that if you're thinking it's like that Saturday morning ish TMNT, it definitely isn't. It has definitely a more of a mature theme to it. It's worth a read. I know some people might feel it's a bit quote unquote woke sometimes, but I think it's generally a good read.
Remember one time on eBay, they had like a lot of all the hardcovers. It was like the first 14 hardcovers, and I was bidding on it, and I thought I was getting it for a good value. And then all of a sudden, like towards the end, it went for like stupid money. I was like, yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, I mean, you never know with these things because I mean, shops don't actually, like my shops in particular, don't actually order a lot of TMNT books to begin with. So even getting a 1 in 10, sometimes I have to specifically ask for it.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're doing 125s, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm not even going for 1 in 25s are literally just virgin covers of cover A. So I'm not really a fan of that. Phil Treehouse, welcome. Thank you for joining.
Is there a reason that they're doing the 125s? Like, is it a big story arc or just?
No. It's an ongoing thing now with IDW. My speculation is IDW. Oh. Oops, sorry, I kind of lost you guys. Yeah, my speculation is IDW lost a lot of properties like Transformers and
G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe. So I think right now TMNT is their cash cow. So I guess they're trying to milk it as much as they can.
Yeah, pretty much that. And what is it? Sonic, right? Sonic's still there.
Oh yeah, Sonic. Yeah, I forgot about Sonic. Yeah, Sonic is the other one.
My Little Pony. It's pretty much it.
All right, so some more TMNT. So I think we're done with the TMNT. And then he knows I like Punisher. Dude, I think this is like my third copy, but still a good book to have. The classic Bazooka in the Window, first Punisher solo. And part of the whole Punisher Armor War storyline. These are, like, I know people run after the 218 and the 219, but these are also kind of hard to find themselves, and the covers are pretty dope.
Are those those are all Clayton Crane, or?
I believe so. I believe Crane did. I know he did 218 and 219. I don't know if he did these ones. That I'm not sure. This one's a dope one. And then Scars.
Damn.
Yeah, I know.
Books like that. Shit.
That's the thing. It's like when I get stuff like this, it's like I'm not expecting it, and then I'm like, now I feel bad because I'm like, dude, I literally just I was, and I only told him like out of the blue, like, hey, I'm in town. Are you able to meet up? And then he just comes with his box. It's like he planned this.
I meant to give this to you the last time I saw you, but I completely forgot. I must have had it somewhere else, just kicking around my place. So yeah, so it just worked out nicely. I was going to give it to you if I were to see you in October. So hey, even better.
I appreciate it, and of course, Justin, I think you'll appreciate this one also.
Ooh, that's fancy. Nice.
So I completely forgot that he bought this because I asked him to. I actually requested for him to pick it up. So I actually picked it up myself at the expo. So I now have like 3 copies of this. It's a 1 in 5 of Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, those are other books that are always fun to look for too. All the video game things.
Yeah, and generally, like I know we were talking on my last show about how Fan Expo vendors tend to price out a lot of these books. I kind of find the video game books are the ones that usually go under the radar, for the most part.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
Like I found like this one I found at Fan Expo on the half off section. So
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, did I send you did I send you the one book today I found, the Shinobi 1?
You showed me 4 Shinobi books in your picture.
Oh, yeah, it was like Shinobi 1. Oh no, it was Shinobi 1. It was like Darkstalkers 1 from Uden, and then Silent Hill, which was good. What was the other? It was another video game. Oh, Perfect Dark.
Perfect Dark, yes.
Yeah.
I remember.
Like, I love when people don't price those because I'm just like, I will absolutely take these for like under $5.
The thing about your posts is I sometimes don't even realize there's comics for these video game properties until you actually post them. I didn't even realize there was a Perfect Dark comic until you showed me that picture.
All right. Between me and UniX, I swear, like he'll post, like he posted the other day that he had 3 copies of Army of 2.
I remember. I saw that. Yeah.
And I have like the set, same thing. Like I never knew they did a comic book series until like months ago when I first saw the issues. I was like, I remember this game. This game was cool, and I was like, I'm gonna grab them.
I think I still have my PS3 copy. Pacino, what is up? Let's see, talking over. Is that this week? The Ghost Rider 19 1 in 25? I'm not too up to date on the new comic book day stuff, Gomez. Let me know if that's that came out this week or last week. All right. So now we got the AOKs taken care of. I mentioned I did a slight bit of hunting, nothing too crazy, but you know, when I'm in a town buying a lot, I figure might as well visit the shop. So I actually hit up the shop that Marvel is pretty close to. So Best of Raphael, and the guy gave basically 25% off the sticker price. So Best of Raphael. I know this blew up a bit. It's cooled down, but you know, it's worth noting this has technically the first appearance of Casey Jones in reprint. That's that. I'm still trying to pick up some of these old Eastman TMNT issues. TMNT 52. It's the first cameo appearance of Shredder's granddaughter Karai.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, there's a lot of gems in those video game comics. I just hope shops don't get too wise to them. See, speaking of video games, this was a Loot Crate exclusive, Arkham City.
Ooh,
Wow,
nice.
that's dope.
Prelude to Arkham City.
Let me go look up that.
It's not that expensive. I thought it would be a bit more, but honestly, you look it up on eBay, it's not that pricey. This is just a filler issue, but it was like priced at $3. Gears of War 13 from Wildstorm.
I think people are sleeping on that series too. Anytime I find the ones, I'm always grabbing those because it's coming. All that stuff is coming.
I actually I have issue 1 cover A, and I also picked up the Blockbuster variant a year ago.
Yeah.
Let's see, and you know what? I think I did find a Duke. I did find a Duke Nukem at Fan Expo, but I think it was like a middle of the series issue. It wasn't like a number 1 or something. So, all right. And I also, and lastly on my hunt, I picked up this. This issue has really cooled down. I know this was, pretty hot when the whole Black Widows movie and all that was coming out. But listen, sometimes the best opportunities is buying this low. After discount, this comes out to like $15. So first full, I guess you could call it full appearance of Yelena Belova.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's the hunt. So now let's go into the actual lot itself. So here's the thing. Like I said, the guy, he gave me some freebies because he kind of felt bad that I drove about 3.5 hours. So first off, he gave me this Gray Hulk figure.
Not bad.
Just for the hell of it.
This one's a pretty cool one. From the CW show Deathstroke.
Nice.
All right, and so now on to the actual books. Like I said, there's a lot of fillers he threw in, so I'm not gonna go into that. I mean, I'm just gonna pull a stack and see what I come out with. So, yeah, this I'm just gonna literally rifle through because the good stuff is later on. So that I know this was hot at one point from the old McFarlane series, Spider-Man, Marvel Team Up. Like I said, nothing too crazy. But trust me, the good stuff is coming. Particularly one, and I told Justin backstage, it was one particular variant that I bought this lot for. So I know variants might not be for everyone, but that's lately I kind of been hunting variants because especially the ghost ones.
Mm-hmm.
It's always the best thing. No one's looking, and sometimes people don't even realize it, and they just price it as like the normal comic.
That's exactly what I count on.
Nice, Robotech.
Yeah, this is a prelude to the DVD or something. Yeah, some more McFarlane.
You know the story of why he was getting rid of them, or he just had them, was getting rid of them, or
honestly, he doesn't. Okay, he like like when you talk to people, you can kind of feel like if they're actually into comics or not. I kind of feel like he's a guy that probably came into the slot somehow, because it's just like when I show you the variant, he clearly didn't know what he had on hand. Like it looks like he just bought a lot and then he's just trying to get rid of it or something.
I'm scared to see what this variant's gonna be.
Okay, so I don't want to hype it up too much. Listen, it's not $1,000 book or anything. It's not
okay. All right.
It's not $1,000 book, but
I thought you brought me on because you were gonna show me like a Clone Wars 1, like
no,
variant limited to like 1,000. I'm like,
it's not that nuclear. It's not that nuclear.
I was gonna say, am I gonna jump through my StreamYard to Canada?
No. Okay, it's in my opinion, it's a dope variant.
Mm-hmm.
But again, that could be subjective because I am a fan of this character, and I've been looking for this variant for a while.
All right.
Strong armed and other. No, it's not. No, dude was actually a young dude. This time it was actually a person around my age. Because I don't know if you're aware, Justin, I bought a collection off an old guy, but I did disclose to him at that time what he had. I did tell him you had a first appearance of Deadpool and all that. So when it comes to old people, I tend to give them a longer what do you call it? I tend to let them know what they have. But when it comes to people like our age, I figure, listen, you have the internet; it's fair game.
I agree.
All right, we're almost done with these fillers. Not really a filler, but still.
The question is, what are you going to do with all these?
Honestly, either I might send it to my LCS to see what I can get, or just put them for $1 or something, maybe.
It's a very eclectic lot of books.
Right. That's why it goes to show, like, this is a very sporadic. It's again, all of a sudden we're getting into Wolverine Origins, and then the complete set.
I mean, some of it makes sense. There's the Punisher stuff. There's some Wolverine.
I guess.
So yeah.
And also, I'll tell the chat how much I paid for this whole lot at the end. So, okay, I think we're done. And then Secret Invasion. All right. So I think does that take care of? Yeah, just Oh shit! Did my
Those the books?
Okay? Luckily, it's in a top folder.
Still on line 8.
Oh, that's not sticking.
That no.
Yeah, you know what? All right. It's
Just send it to
retiring.
me. It's fine. I'll take it. It's fine. Just send it.
It's retiring on the table. All right. So listen, this is what happens when you go live.
Yeah. I do have a question. Where are you? Where are you now? We've never seen this part of the.
I'm in my
Hangout.
living room. I'm in my living room because I had to do some arrangement in my actual room. But I didn't feel like I didn't have the time for it. Almost like, okay, this is literally. This one's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a good one. First appearance.
Cyberpunk 1 and 2, first comic. Don't worry, guys. The comic is fine. I checked. And then, all right. Now I think we're done. Okay, so let me move this.
You had 3 books under there, but you're just like, no, I'm done.
No. I mean, I think we're done. We're done with the freebies. All right. So here we go. So I'll start off with the more smaller stuff, and then I'll work my way up. So he in the slot it includes the first 11 issues of Marvel Knights Punisher. I believe it's the 3rd solo series. But yeah, so this has all 11 issues. This is pretty cool. We're called the comic book Kingpins. This is the full set of Kingpin, the miniseries. All right. Now this one's I don't know if you knew, but this one's been hot lately. And this is a pretty high grade copy. First Toxic Avenger. I know the movie's coming out. I don't know when, but Peter Dinklage is assigned to this.
I think it's this month. Like I think it's like towards like they're doing.
Oh really?
I think they're doing like a limited release to so many theaters, like to do like the festival circuit, and then like a wider release later on this year. But yeah, it is coming soon.
Okay, cool. But yeah, this is actually my second copy. I already have one from another collection that I bought. Let's see. All right, so here's some of the good stuff. I don't know if you guys are DC fans. This is the first cameo and full appearance of Jericho from Teen Titans 42 and 43. DC Marvel All Access. This is when they were doing the crossovers back in the 90s with DC and Marvel. There's unfortunately, I don't think there's any X-Men in this lot, Swag. I know we do collect X-Men, but yeah, and I'm sure Sith is going to make a clip out of this. Out of the Falling book, I mean. All right, so here's some of the better stuff. So this has actually all 18 issues of Strange Academy. The only thing is issue one is a third print, and we're just missing issue 2. But still, even the later issues had some first appearance like Gaslamp and I don't know, that character that turns into a dog or something. I can't remember, but
Wolvie or whatever.
Wolvie, yeah. So still, I mean, it is a complete run. Just like I said, issue 1 is just a third pick. And then we have Punisher 219. We were just talking about Clayton Crane on Punisher.
It's a dope cover.
So this one, I was really happy. I already have like 2 complete sets of this. This is first print of all Last Ronin. Issue 5, issue 4, issue 3.
I think that book's gonna pop again once that video game comes out.
It's already kind of. I mean, I don't know if you've seen like the auctions lately, but this full set is already. I'm seeing it getting priced out like at 150 to 200.
Wow.
Yeah, auction.
Canadian?
Sorry,
Canadian or US?
Canadian. So I guess in US would be like 100 to 150 maybe.
Still not bad. I mean,
Yep.
hell.
Okay, so this is the variant. This is the variant that again, in my opinion, I was hunting for it, and a vendor had this priced at $300. I think he was ridiculously overpaying for it because this actor was at the fan expo, so I guess he knew that people would want it. But
oh, hell yeah!
So good.
Yep. The John Bernthal Punisher 218 Netflix variant. And I didn't realize it. I thought this was a photo cover, but then when you actually look at the actual variant in person, it's an actual artistic depiction. It's not an actual photo. So, yep, that's the one. And like I said, a vendor, only one vendor at the Fan Expo had this, and he was asking 318 for it. It's nowhere near 318 raw. I think it was at one point around $200. Now it's somewhere, I think, in the 150-ish. Although if you got a 9.8, it's like probably 400 or 500. The only issue with this book is there is a bit of color up because it's that stupid Marvel printing quality. But honestly, this is a PC book, and this is not leaving the collection. So yeah, honestly, happy to have this. And so now I'll tell you. So for all this, I paid. So okay, so I'll explain. The vendor asked. The seller asked initially $300 or best offer. Now the thing is, there was other books in this lot that I didn't show. He had 2 X-Men books, one of them being an X-Men 141, and 2 ASM books, one being like the first Hammerhead. But the thing is, those 4 books were kind of beat to shit. So I asked him, okay, how much would the lot be if you remove those 4 books? So he priced it at 180 Canadian, which comes to about 130 USD. So yeah, for all that, honestly, this book alone pays for the entire lot, and then you had the TMNT and then the Strange Academy, and yeah, I'm definitely not complaining about this lot, and yeah, it was well worth the drive. Like I said, did some hunting, met Simon, and but yeah, that was pretty much what I picked up. I don't know if the build up was like if the book met the build up, but like I said, it was a variant that I was hunting for a while, and just happy to have it in the PC. So
you got some good stuff in there for sure, like the TMNT. Yeah, like you said, like even if you sold it, because I know you have the set probably 2 times over at least.
Yeah.
Even if you sold that, you'd be in the money. And yeah, like you said, it's picking up, and that's just after that trailer that gave us literally the announcement that it's coming. So once we see actual gameplay, like that'll drive it back up for sure. So yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, no, and yeah, honestly, this is like I think this is like the second time in like 2 days I'm going live on YouTube, and it's only the 3rd time ever that I'm doing this whole live thing. So getting a bit of a hang of this. I'm still getting used to acknowledging the chat. So if I ignored your comments, obviously know that it wasn't done on purpose because I'm just kind of multitasking. So I got to figure out how to give admin rights to people in my show so they could highlight the chat, but I got to figure that out at some point later. So, but yeah, listen, we're literally just a little shy of over 30 minutes. Like I said, I was going to keep it to half hours. So that's pretty much it. That was the haul. Listen, Justin, plug your stuff. Let the people know where they can find you.
Yes. So of course, Nemesis Prime on Instagram, Nemesis Prime Whatnot. The Comic-Con podcast is usually where you'll normally find us. So that drops every Friday on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and a bunch of other podcast platforms. And then a couple days after that, we upload it to YouTube. So we typically, you'll see like, if you don't see it on Friday, it's because it doesn't drop on YouTube on Friday. But yeah, we do the podcast format, so it's all audio. So it's a great time when you're just driving. Like like Hyper said, it's a good little thing when you're driving to work or coming home or wherever you're at instead of watching us. So yeah, myself, Milton Manimal. This upcoming week, we will be having some guests from Canada coming on, and then I'll be going to Baltimore. So anybody on the East Coast that's going to Baltimore Comic-Con, be sure to check me out there.
I'm told that like next to Terrificon, Baltimore Comic Con is the other show to kind of go for in terms of an actual as a comic hunter.
From what I've heard, yeah. Well, I mean, I've been there like 3 times now, but as far as like East Coast shows, yeah, like Baltimore Comic Con is just straight comics and artists. There's no like, it's not like a fan expo that you've seen. It's not like New York Comic Con or San Diego. It's no like they don't bring all big elaborate, vendors like as far as like what their what the vendor stage looks like or booth looks like. It's literally just you could literally when you walk in it's like a long corridor, but it's huge, and all the vendors are in the front and a little bit to the left, and then all the way in the back is like Artist Alley. But they bring some amazing artists and writers like Jeff Johns, Adam Hughes going to be here. Like, there's like a ton of people. Like, I'm super excited because, I mean, I'm going to bring a ton of stuff for Hughes to sign and hopefully get a sketch, and then just like. Baltimore is a nice little knit area, dude. I got it already signed. Believe me, I would.
I gotta get that. He's never around Canada. I find.
You should have shipped it to me. I believe me. I don't know what I'm bringing. I think I have like one of the late Zatanna books to get signed, and a couple other.
I feel if I ship it to you, I'm just gonna get the Mexican variant back.
I'll be like, "What are you talking about? I got this Mexico variant. It was a foil."
Why is my book all of a sudden shiny?
But yeah, that's it. So you can find me every week on the Comic-Con podcasts, on all those podcast platforms.
Nice. Yeah, definitely give them a sub. And yeah, like you said, it's definitely a good listen, especially on the drive. Marvel, Simon, I know where I can find you, but let the people know where they can find you.
Oh gosh, Comic Kingpins. What do we got? So tomorrow's Monday. I think we're doing a show. I don't know if we're moving back to 7 p.m. now that Keys is going to be around more often. So we'll have to ask somebody about that. So yeah, we got that show on the Monday. I think we're going to take a break from the hall since we just did one on the Thursday. And then, yeah, Saturday, our usual FOC show at noon. So other than that, that's where I'm at, or, looking for Pokemon cards and Lorcana cards. So that's about it.
That's a rabbit hole I don't want to fall in. I mean, I'm seeing so many Lorcana posts on my stories and dude, I'm seeing like booster boxes selling for like over 300. I'm guessing that's an inflated price. I don't know what the MSRP is, but
disgusting. Yeah. MSRP was 143 US.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay, that's almost double.
Yeah. Yeesh. It's wild, and it's getting a reprint. So even when they released it, like the limited release, like some stores were charging, I think, like, yeah, almost double the price. I'm like, but it's still going to be available for what would have been like this Friday. Like, oh yeah, I'm like, so then why would people pay twice the amount for the exact same product? But
yeah, because I'm guessing the reprint doesn't obviously have the same appeal as getting that first wave, right?
Well, it would have been the same. It would have been the same wave, but like, yeah, some like local shops they get it first if they want to do like little tournaments and stuff like that. But other than that, yeah, it's just this is like the big box store release, so like your Walmarts and your Target and stuff like that. So yeah.
All right. Well, best of luck to.
But yeah.
Best of luck to all you Lorcana hunters, I guess. All right. So yeah, on that note, listen, everyone have a good remaining rest of your Labor Day long weekend. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys on the next show, whichever, if it's on this stream or on the Kingpins, wherever it may be. I'll see you guys down the road. Mm-hmm. And on that note, I should have already had this queued up. On that note, peace out.